What's up everyone, this is Jack here. Today I wanted to just talk about what my personal opinion is on many of my favourite franchises, of which ones I prefer over the others. This is inspired by Square Eye Jack's video right there, although it's not the exact same thing, but however I just figured I just wanted to tell you which are my favourite games out of those number franchises or even more. But otherwise, let's jump into it. Let's start off simple from 1 to 3. The first Gears of War, absolutely amazing. I still remember the first time getting this game going, whoa, this is going to be awesome, and it totally did. Now, for the second game, this is also awesome, and wow, this experience just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? Well, that's right, it does, because the third one is easily my favourite in the whole Gears of War games. Lots of content, so much fun, still my favourite to this very day. I absolutely enjoy it. I'm not an Assassin's Creed person, but from my experience, I'll also say that the first one was really fun. The second one, this time around, I gotta say, it's not particularly my favourite, but I need to play more of it to just see how much I like it even more. But the third one, gee, this is my favourite. The amount of weapons you can use and just so much creativity. This is a really awesome game. I really got to play the original version now since I played the remastered one. Sometimes number 3 isn't always the best of the video game trilogies, and let's cut over to this part of the trailer to this episode right now. I like the first game. This is truly amazing. Second one, heck yeah, this is my favourite. I just played this recently. Third one, oh yeah, this is the bit. Actually, I feel like something's a bit confusing right here. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the third game, but the truth is my favourite game in the Halo franchise will always be Halo 2. Why? My favourite story, my favourite multiplayer levels, weapons sandbox, all of the above. It even introduced online for the very first time, which not many games were with online during the early 2000s, as me, including millions of people and even thousands, were just like, why bother having online when we have split screen and System Link? Which, by the way, I never got to do System Link when I was young. I still wish I got to experience it, but oh well. I know that I can always experience it at any times versus something like internet connection where they shut down eventually. I still remember inviting my friends and even family members to play 4-player split screen. Gee, those were the best times in my life. We can't complete number 2s without Spider-Man in it. Why don't we get our web-swinging minds with the first Spider-Man? This is easily, without a doubt, one of my favourite games ever. The second one, I used to not enjoy as much the first one, but as I played it last year, I realised, wow, this is much better, and it's really the best of the games too. No surprise that the movie is also considered to be the best of the 3 movies, but truth is, the movie side, I need to watch all 3 again, but anyhow, that game particularly is amazing. The third one, the game is worse than the first 2. The movie I liked at the first time I watched Spider-Man 3, but as I watched it more and more, I was like, nah, this is just as bad as the game. On to Marvel vs. Capcom. I may not have the first game. I definitely don't have the second one on disc, but I do have it on download for Xbox 360 on the discontinued games. But however, the third game, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, while it's great, both versions, the second one is still without a doubt my favourite in the franchise due to its excellent roster of characters, the best soundtrack, and the best levels in general. I know some games where they go more than just the third one. Take Techno Express as the example. I don't have the first 2 originals, but I do have the remake. It's an excellent addition. Really fun, and because it's on a newer console, I definitely recommend it to people who are new or old gamers. As for the next one, Pro Skater 3, my favourite video game of all time, easily on my top 3 or top 5 best video games. It's just that good. So, how can you improve the third one? Well, you've got the fourth game. It's a great title. However, it is nowhere near the third game. But you know what? It's still recommended, and if you just want to pick up a Tony Hawk game, yeah, definitely pick up this game if you really like it. Me, I still enjoy it despite it being a massive downgrade from the third one. But Jack, what about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5? Oh yeah, I pretend that game doesn't exist because it's horrible. You know what else also has a number trilogy? Legos. Even they are no stranger to numbers as well too. That Lego set right there, I'm planning to build that. Cannot wait to do it because I've already built something else that I actually want to give a review on. I may not be experienced with Lego sets from 1 to 3, but however I do know certain versions of each original sets. For example, the Slave one you're looking at right here. This is easily the best Slave one ever. No Disney, I am not calling it a Starship with your new stupid model. That's like a downgrade small version that doesn't even come close to this. Funny enough, with the pattern with number 3, some games have gone as far as to make 3 things as the main core of the game, like GTA 5 with 3 playable characters. Trevor, Michael, and Franklin as the 3 playable characters that you get to play as. Guess what? It's not the only game in the world to have more than just 1 playable character. Spyro 3, for example, has 5 playable characters you get to play as. You have Spyro, Sergeant Bird, Agent 9, the Yeti, I forgot his name, and the Kangaroo, I forgot her name too. Some games are very unlucky to be better than the first one, and one of those is Tony Hawk's Underground. Yep, another Tony Hawk game, and this one is often considered by fans to be the best Tony Hawk game of all time. This is my second favourite, but you know what? I can see it. I can absolutely see it. The amount of customizability and those soundtracks, man, they really make me want to replay them all over again. Unfortunately, the second game I don't have, but I've heard it's really horrible, which is really sad because it could have been better, but oh well. Things happen like this in life, so it's not the only franchise to have this problem. And that'll be it for today's video, everyone. There's been a lot that goes into video game franchises where it comes down to just 1 to 3 or even more. Some games don't even get a franchise, like for example Sunset Overdrive. I would have loved to have a second game of this, but oh well. I know that Insomniac, yeah, Insomniac got bought by Sony and they're doing the Spider-Man games, but hey, at least I actually have a Sunset Overdrive, so that's the positive. But anyway, I better start wrapping up and making the next video before it gets too late. Thank you all for spending the time to watch this. Have yourselves a really awesome day. Take care, everyone.